So a lot of interesting questions to ask about stadium design, but I wonder how much do you do, because yours is a name that I hear whenever we talk about stadium design. Whenever I think about a stadium, I look it up, and Populous had a hand in it. So how much business do you actually do inside and outside the U.S.?
Well, we've been pretty fortunate. I think we've got 12 of the last 13 Major League Baseball parks were our projects. We do a lot of arena projects. We do a lot of NFL projects, convention centers. So it's been good.
I was thinking about the incredible projects that need to be undertaken in order to air condition the stadiums in Qatar, and it turns out you guys had a hand in that as well. How do you do that? If it's 120 degrees in the middle of the day and you've got an open-air stadium, how do you keep it cool?
Well, I'm not working on that project, so I won't be able to comment on that.
Joe, going back to, there are always trends underway in stadium design. Everybody remembers how revolutionary Camden Yards was in Baltimore, for example. Another stadium your company was involved with. Lately, we've seen a trend towards smaller stadiums, particularly for ballparks. But I want to know where things are going in the future. What are your clients asking you to do now that's different from what we've seen, say, over the past 25 years?
Well, you hit right on the head. Smaller is better in some markets. It used to be when we started, people would ask for 50,000 seats for a baseball park. And we would say you need to tailor the capacity to your market. So a 50,000 seat ballpark in New York is one thing. In Pittsburgh, it's something else. What we're also seeing now is people are asking for neighborhoods. In fact, this park they're going to play the game in this evening, the client said it to me this way. He said, we don't want 10,000 of anything. And he was talking about his upper deck, because at Riverfront, it was 10,000 seats that were all the same, and it was boring. They wanted neighborhoods. They wanted the customers to have a variety of choices, a variety of experiences. So that's what we're doing these days.
Speaking of neighborhoods, I think of what was once called Pac Bell Park, of course, in San Francisco, and how successfully the city was able to build a neighborhood around a new downtown baseball stadium. Do you have a favorite? A park that you developed that turned into, I mean, not just the park itself, but that became a success story because of what grew up around it?
Well, I think there's a lot of success stories, our projects. I tell people I don't have a favorite. They're like my children. So I have favorite parts of different ballparks that I've worked on. And the Port Walk in San Francisco is one of those. So, I mean, it's a place where the fans, for free, can watch the game through the outfield fence from that Port Walk, and that's the only place in Major League Baseball that happens. So that's really cool, I think.
I wonder how you're able to design stadiums that can scale up or down depending on the event. Obviously, a baseball stadium isn't going to fill as many seats or a baseball game isn't going to fill as many seats as a football game isn't going to fill as many seats as a Grateful Dead concert. So you have to be able to add and remove seats, and you guys have done a great job of that. Is that one of your focuses?
Yeah, in fact, our event group in Denver, I mean, they are kind of specialists in helping to make the modifications necessary to host the All-Star Game or the Super Bowl or the Final Four. And they can pick up the phone and call a vendor and say, we need 10,000 new seats here in 6 months, and it happens. So, and designing the flexibility into the base ballpark or the base stadium to be able to accommodate that, I mean, you have to know that ahead of time also.
All right, Joe, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Populous founder, they did design the stadium in Cincinnati for the All-Star Game tonight, and they're helping set up the event as well.